that ball.
Rambopa Radio with your host, Jen T.
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
I'm fucking coming for you!
Now I feel poo coming out of my bum. Yeah, it's a lot right now. Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Rambopa Radio. I am your host, Jen T. Twitter and Instagram at GenT523. Yeah. Friends, I don't know how we made it, but here we are again. How are you? How are things going? Quite terrible here. Man, oh man. You know, I'm so glad that I have this podcast, you know. I was in a conversation the other day and they're saying how the podcast world is oversaturated, and I agree. I completely agree, but that doesn't mean you discredit the podcasting world either. We should celebrate the podcasting world because you get terrible content like my show. I mean, how can you not laugh? How can you not laugh? It's incredible. So Father's Day was a hoot. Spent with the dad. I was not expecting to go to church, but I was immediately prompted into church when I arrived. You know, I just simply dropped off a few gifts and, it turned into Corinthians 3, just fire and brimstone. I was like, whoa, hey, man. Shouldn't you be elated? Shouldn't you be excited? You are a father, you're a grandfather, you might even be a great-grand soon. Isn't this exciting? He's like, I'm ready to go. Jenny, I'm ready to go. And I said, well, don't go. He said, did you know that there is a study that says people that do cuss are intelligent? And he goes, what? And the Lord said, he just spiraled out of control. That is not possible. And I was like, Dad, listen. He's like, people who cuss do terrible things. And I was like, whoa, man. I was like, whoa, let's dial it back. I was like, because your wife here. Darling, that's all I did in the car was cuss. That's all my mom used to do. I'm like, wait, what's happening here? Do you not know the woman you married? Cussing machine over here. Proper, but cussing machine. And my dad was like, listen, you let me watch that Cat Williams. I said, no. You clicked on that. I did not tell you to watch that. He was so concerned about Brother Love, a.k.a. Puff Daddy. And I said, well, Cat Williams is the one that brought it up. I said, he knew. People knew. It was only a matter of time before Brother Love, a.k.a. P. Diddy, would get busted. And he did. And so my dad was like, who is this Cat Williams? And I was like, nobody you need to concern yourself with because he cusses. I must learn about the Cat Williams, you know, because my dad is like, anything he doesn't know about, he has to go to YouTube. And I'm like, don't recommend that. And he's like, what is a club Shay Shay? And I was like, oh, no. Seriously. I was like, sir, you cannot click on that because I said, those are not your people. These are regular black folk having a conversation. This is what regular black people sound like. You don't want to listen to that. You're used to talking to Christian black people that don't cuss and don't drink alcohol, don't smoke cigarettes, they don't drink Henny and talk about women or their kids or gay stuff. And it's like, I must find out. It's like, no, Dad, you don't want to do that. You do not want to click on that. And then I was just like, fine, suit yourself. But again, those are not your people. And he starts listening and he's laughing. And I was like, huh? What? You're laughing? He's like, I hear a little giggling in the corner. And I was like, okay, it's been a minute. You should probably turn that off before it gets inappropriate for you. I was like, I watched the whole thing. I thought it was fantastic. He's like, laughing in the corner. Oh, Jenny, this is funny. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but they must have started talking about somebody wearing a dress in Hollywood or something. And he's like, oh no, Jenny, turn this off. And I was like, I told you, this is not your people. You cannot watch Cat Williams. He is not your person. Anybody who uses the N-word more than 20 times in less than 10 minutes probably is not your people. And he's like, Jenny, turn this off. How do you turn off the YouTube? And I was like, okay, you just hit pause. That's it. He's like, no. Exit out. I was like, okay. Turned it off. He's like, my God, Jenny. What would MLK say? Martin Luther King did not give us the freedom to talk like this in front of the public. And I was like, Dad, I'm pretty sure Martin Luther King might have cussed a few people out. And I was like, remember our beloved Kirk Franklin? He is a choir. He runs a choir, Kirk Franklin and the Revolution. And even he said, sometimes you got to cuss their ass out. Y'all remember that viral video with his son? And he and his son fighting, and he said, I'ma beat the dog shit out of you. I'ma put a foot up your ass. I will break your neck. I said, Dad, Kurt Franklin is even cooler now because he did that. And he's like, oh, no, he needs to come back to Jesus. That is terrible. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Kirk Franklin is like 99.9% of what y'all Christian people do. And he's like, Jenny, take it back. And I was like, it's true. All y'all put on the church clothes when it's Sabbath time. And then as soon as it's 11:59, you're ripping the church clothes off and running to Olive Garden and cussing people out. Cussing people out, lying, cheating, stealing, road raging, beating people up without their consent, but praising the Lord that one day a week. And then pass the Henny. I'm like, no. No, Dad. I was like, what you do is not the norm. I said, this might be the right way. The way you live your life is the right way for you. And maybe it would be good for some other people who are a little out of control. But for the rest of us, we don't see a problem here. It's just Monday. He's like, Jenny, Martin Luther King did not fight for our rights to act like a bunch of animals. And I was like, Dad, I'm pretty sure Martin Luther King was cussing up a storm. Didn't he have a couple baby mamas? I don't know. I'm just saying, my guy was human. He had the right idea. Just because he was trying to do the right thing didn't mean he didn't do fucked up shit. Oh, come on. I'm just saying, people are people. We're humans. We make mistakes. We say things. We do things that aren't always in our best interest. We mess up our priorities. But the point is, we mean well. It's about the intention. Now, if your intent, what did I read the other day? Oh, I read the other day that Jennifer Hudson says that she wants to meet all 27 of her siblings. Excuse me. 27. Her dad fathered 27 children. Her dad was Nick Cannon before Nick Cannon was Nick Cannon. I'm just saying, people do some shit. But that doesn't mean they're bad people. They just doing some shit and you know, it's kind of hella fucked up. You got 27 kids. I don't think you could be there for all of them at one time. So I'm sure maybe 1 or 5 or all might have been neglected. But anyhow, I just love that my dad is just completely just so, his 78-year-old view on the world. It's like, holy smokes, man. He's like, people that cuss are terrible. And I'm like, well, definitely don't listen to this podcast, player. Fuck, motherfuck, noise. Yeah, he's always wanting to, Jenny, I want to listen to your show. And I'm like, that ain't gonna happen, player. I am not your people. We might share the same DNA. We might share the same DNA, but I am not your people. This is the 7 C's of cussing over here. Oh man, he was just upset, shouting out Bible verses to try and curb my argument. I was like, it doesn't matter how many Bible verses you tell me. It is the law, Jenny, the Lord's law. I was like, Dad, I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't matter. It matters to you. It's helpful to other people. But at the end of the day, most Christian people are like, hey, cool. Church is over. Back to doing whatever I was doing. I said, listen, Cat Williams has 9 kids. I'm pretty sure Cat Williams go to church. But also, Cat Williams cusses like a motherfucker. I don't think anything bad of him. That's Cat's life. He does what he wants. He takes care of his children. If the lights are on, God bless him. That's his life. I'm not in control of that. I don't have a say of that. Unless I have a child with this man, I have nothing to do with it. I just enjoy the comedy. I think he's hilarious. God bless Cat Williams. Whether he is telling truths or lies, whatever. If he tells you he read 100 books in a day, he read 100 books in a day. Oh my gosh. But just the innocence of my dad. I'm just like, man, I just told him, I was like, look, cherish these moments because people like you are being discontinued. I'm so sorry. That way of thinking, like, where, people are doing their thing, and as long as you ain't hurting nobody, you're not hurting kids, you're not stealing, I'm pretty sure it's all right. The world goes round. I'm just trying to relay to a lot of my Christian family that just because people ain't doing backflips in church and shouting out Bible verses to you doesn't make them a bad person. Like, there's this weird thing going on. Like, oh, you don't believe in God? Well, you're not it. Jesus or bust. I'm like, what? What happened to how it was where you just knew people that believed in God? They're like, all right, cool. Jesus is just all right with me. Like, you were like, all right, cool. And then you just left the other people who didn't believe in God. You just left them alone. You're like, hey, cool. What's happening, man? Like, everybody was all right. Like, we had an understanding. Now it's just like, I don't know if it's because things are just so bad or things are being presented to us in a way that it's so bad that you're like, oh, if you aren't Team Jesus, if you aren't Team Palestine, you're terrible. I was just like, what's going on? I'm like, I tried to explain to my dad. I was like, hello, like the majority of the Catholic Church. I'm pretty sure a lot of them can recite some Bible verses to you, and they touching kids, man. So I'm not really sure we want to say, oh, just because you love Jesus that you're in. Like, bro, there are plenty of bad people who love the Lord who are doing some terrible shit in the name of religion. So I don't know. I think we might need to ease off a little bit on the, oh, you're not religious or you don't love the Lord, like you're a bad person thing. Now that's kind of crazy. I like people who are cool. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care if you believe in Satan. I don't know. It's not for me, but I just know that if you're doing your part, trying to keep the peace and love people and spread love, I think that's like cool. That's a good religion. My religion's love. Boom. Now, I don't know about E&M, ethically non-monogamous love. That's a little weird for me, but if that's what works for you, go for it. Can I say I'm E&M on Jesus? I'm seeing Jesus, but I'm also open to other people's religions. I'm an E&M Christian. I'm exclusively Christian, but I am open to other religions. Holy smokes, man. Just wild stuff. Jeez. So I think I'm a little bit delusional because I've just been going through the gauntlet. My dog got one of these damn foxtails. Fucking foxtails, man. In his paw. And I didn't find it in time. And so my man's was super lethargic and whimpering and panting excessively. And then he just collapsed. And I was like, what is happening? So I was just trying to find this thing in his paw, and I could kind of get an idea. It's like, something's in here. My man's just fucked up. His paw was like super duper duper red. And I was like, oh God, there's probably one of these fucking foxtails in there. I'm gonna have to go to the vet. And then I got me a little flashlight and some tweezers, and I found some bitch. I pulled it out. Man, that thing was in there 1.5 inches deep. So I was like, shit, this guy is gonna be in for it. So once I got it out, he started to perk up a little bit, and I thought everything was cool. No. The next day, on the other side of his paw, on the top side, because the little foxtail was underneath, this thing was so far in there that the top part of his paw just exploded. Massive abscess, the size of a quarter, just went gadoosh, and blood and pus everywhere. I came home from work. I was like, yeah, what? What is happening? Who shot my dog? I was like, oh my God. I was like, I gotta go to the vet. And I was like, no. Because this has happened before. I have a full veterinarian cabinet in my house. I have everything the vet has except for the little fucking scanner machine and an actual vet. I got the table. I got the fucking creams. I've got the fucking powders, I've got the rinse, I've got fucking tweezers, I got fuck everything, okay? Anything you could possibly imagine, I've got it. And so I was like, here we go, buddy. So it has just been a gulag of taking care of my dog because he can't talk. And so when he's like, and I was like, you've been doing that for like 2 hours and you haven't drank water. And then he just goes, I'm like, oh, he's dying. I was like, Jesus. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, we got to take care of this ASAP. And so, just been going through that. And then, man, at work, I don't know what was going on, but I went in the restroom, because I'm at work and sometimes I just need to hide. I don't need to go to the bathroom. I'm just psychologically hiding from the fucking mayhem. That is my job. And so, I'm just in the bathroom, and, I'm like, okay, I think I've taken enough time to just regain some sort of emotional stability while I go back to the crazy. As I go to turn the light off, I take a step and I see blood. And I go, that's odd. That's not from me. I don't have any lady plumbing. So I don't have periods. So what the fuck is that? I see blood on the ground and I'm like, ooh. And I was like, man, it's kind of crazy. And then I turn and I see more blood and I'm like, wait a minute. What the hell happened here? Did somebody just like take the tampon out and just spell their name on the ground? What is happening? Are we doing crip walk with the blood under the shoes? Did we crip walk somebody to death in the women's bathroom? What is going on? There is blood everywhere. And I'm like, yeah. Get me the fuck out of here. I see just blood everywhere. Bloody footprints. And then what appears to be bloody paws. I'm like, yo, did somebody bring my dog to work? What's happening? I was like, what kind of barn animal used this bathroom? And we're at work. It's like, yo. Okay, maybe the tampon fell out. I'm so sorry. You need to do some of them little exercises to keep the tampon in. Tampons stay inside the yoni. We don't drop them out on the ground and then spell our names. We don't crip walk our enemies to death. This is the restroom, a place to hide from the man or do your business. But not that kind of bloody business on the floor. Okay, you want to do bloody business in the toilet, go for it. But when it's on the floor, I got a problem because I have to share this space. I have to share this with whatever heathen is spraying their blood everywhere. It's not sanitary and it is downright disgusting. Absolutely preposterous. What kind of pussyo or pagan are you that you have spritzed your blood all over the ground and not cleaned up after yourself? I mean, absolute heathen. So I was like, man, y'all need to get to a doctor because this is nasty. So Wednesday rolls around and then I go into that exact bathroom. And thank God, there is no blood on the ground. Somebody cleaned up the blood. It is not the elevator from the fucking Shining anymore. I mean, you just open the door and just river of blood. So I'm like, cool, we're Gucci. Everything's fine. And then as I proceed to get closer to the toilet, I notice there's a little kernel of shit. And if I could keep y'all updated on the shit, remember I did a podcast back in March and some lady had shat all over the floor, on the wall, on the handle, on over the toilet, not in the toilet, on the, and then wiped the shit on the toilet paper dispenser and her husband. Well, I just wanted to give you an update. There's still shit on the toilet dispenser. And that was in March. So maybe the same lady came back, or maybe it is her sister. I don't know. I just know that there were little poo nuggets on the ground, sprinkled around. Stepped in, obviously because somebody didn't see it, or maybe it was the person who was doing the pooing. I was just like, I have to leave this job. I cannot do this anymore. I wanted to immediately leave the facility and go to Ace Hardware and pick up barrels of hay and some pumpkins and some stalls and a trough for whatever barn animal is using that bathroom because they're shitting on the fucking floor, man. They're shitting on the floor. Somebody either has terrible bowels and just cannot hold it. Like, it is just like, I'm just imagining a full-on donkey butt going on where they just like, as soon as they open the door, they just start shitting on the ground. They can't even make it the 4 steps to the toilet. I'm just imagining some lady like, oh, I've shit myself. I'm like, well, let me help you. I got some hay. I got some trough. Got a couple of pumpkins. I don't know if y'all eat those. Let me get a stall, a barn door here, and we're set. And then I'll just put a women's restroom. And then I'll put a scarecrow on the outside of the door. Oh, shit. God damn it, man. Am I going to have to bring one of those little portable toilets that the Amazon workers use because they are working so feverishly and so enslaved that they don't even have time to stop working? They just have to shit in the toilet next to them and keep driving. That's what I feel like I need to do at work. I just have to bring my own facilities. Because at least I know my thing will be clean. Oh, man. Oh. And speaking of work, it is time for Customers of the Week. Well, I had to help a lovely man who was in a full-on panic. You know, I get it. You know, when we get the itch, we got to scratch sometimes. And this man was just unconsolable. How can I help you? Oh, thank God. I've been calling and calling, and no one's answering. Or I've been put on hold, and it hangs up. I need your help. And I was like, okay, sir. So, you know, based on the energy, I'm just going to talk real slow and calm because this person is just completely upset. I need your help. I'm like, okay. How may I assist you? He's like, there's something that your doctor there recommended. And I said, oh, he is not a doctor. The iridologist who is inside of the back room of a grocery store, taking your blood and looking into your eyes and guessing what might be wrong with you. You call that a doctor? Okay. Kentuva. The doctor guy, he said there was some sort of supplement I can buy to get the COVID shot out of me. Do you happen to know what it is? And I was like, well, it is 2024. I'm assuming you got that shot in 2020. Whatever was in that shot, I'm pretty sure has done what it's needed to do and is gone. If it's still in your body, then you need to put a ring on it. Because y'all are together forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. I gotta get the COVID shot out of my body. What vitamin can I take to get the COVID out? And I was like, ooh, I don't know. Maybe stay away, reduce your sugar intake and exercise and meditate. Take care. That's all I had for him. I was like, what? Are you fucking joking, man? Are you seriously mental? You're trying to remove a shot from your body? Bitch, it's in there. And if it's supposed to stay in there, Remember the time where they say, you got to get vaccinated because it don't last. Hey, bitch, it's gone. Shot's gone. It don't work. I'm pretty sure you might have caught Lacovia or not by now. If you didn't, God bless you. You made it. But if you did, I'm pretty sure the shot didn't work. Listen, I picked Johnson & Johnson because they said it was 64% less effective than all of the other shots. So I'd say, give me that one. I don't want this shit to work. I'm just getting it so I can go places. And then come to find out, hey, guess what? It causes blood clots. Sorry. And I was like, hey, okay, I'm going to die. I'm going places, all right. Straight to the grave. Motherfuckers. But I ain't worried about it. I ain't sweating it. It's part of the thing, man. We did the thing. And if you didn't, kudos to you. You figured it out. You're the best. Whatever. Whoop-de-fucking-whoop. Jog off. Nobody knew. People who did, God bless you, you did. Some of us didn't. Like I said, I didn't know what the fuck's going on. I just got the shot so I can fucking go places. And I don't want to fucking hear about, oh, you're gonna kill somebody's grandma. I don't want to fucking hear about it. And then come to find out, they did a whole fucking hearing with this piece of shit, Dr. Fauci, and he lied. He fucking lied. Shocker. Spoiler alert. The motherfucker lied. They said, what was the 6 feet about? What was the science based on 6 feet? I don't know. I just made it up. Yeah. Okay. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all motherfuckers for scaring everybody into getting this shot. And what you should have fucking said was that if you're immunocompromised, if you're more susceptible to getting Lacovia, then go get the fucking shot. Otherwise, if you're a regular ass person, you don't get sick, you're doing your thing, you don't need it. This is real fucking easy, okay? Same thing, shingle shot. Are we handing out fucking shingles shots to everybody? No. You're getting shingle shots if you didn't get chickenpox, okay? That's it. The end. You're not giving out these fucking things to every fucking body because not everybody needs them. Should have been the same with Lacovia. Obviously. A lot of people was dying. Okay? But how many fucking people died from that fucking shot? How many fucking people died from Lacovia because this guy paid money to have this shit made? Okay? Spoiler alert. Even though he said, well, I didn't make it. No, but you funded a place that you authorized to make it. Okay? My mans should be in jail. Brother Fauci should be in jail. Lock his ass up. How many millions of people died because of this guy? How many millions of people lost their business? How many millions of fucking people? How are kids struggling with development? They had to do Zoom class? Come on. Terrible. He should be ashamed of himself. But, my guy sleeps at night on a big old pile full of money. Don't feel sorry for nobody. But anyhow. Didn't mean to get too political, but that shit just rounds me up. I'm just like, it's over, man. It's fucking over. We know. We know you're a scumbag. Congratulations. Leave us alone. Oh, man. Okay, I've got to get out of here. But before I go, let me give you some motherfucking UFC picks. Here are my motherfucking UFC picks. Zal Ribeiro, Kang, Dalby, Lima, Haprast, Johnny Walker, Magomedov, Rodriguez, Pavlovich, and Bobby Knuckles, a.k.a. Robert Whittaker. Those are my motherfucking UFC picks. Bet with me, bet against me. Who cares? Let's watch some fucking fights. Yeah! All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. I must go and hide and escape this 100-degree weather. But in the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe to Ramboper Radio, RamboperRadio.com. Get some merch if you feel kind-hearted to support this very podcast. And if you can't monetarily support this podcast, then a simple like, share, and subscribe will have to do. All right, folks, I will talk to you next week. But until then, this is Ramble for Radio. I'm out. Peace.